The air in Queen Isolde's birthing chambers was thick with the scent of herbs and fear. Outside, the celebratory peals for the birth of Prince Theron, the kingdom's new heir, echoed through Castle Draken. Inside, however, a different drama unfolded. Midwife Alara, her face a mask of grim determination, held a tiny, swaddled bundle, its cries muffled against her chest. "Another one, Your Majesty," she whispered, her voice barely audible over Isolde's pained gasps. A girl, weak but alive. Queen Isolde, pale and exhausted, stared at the second infant, a profound sorrow etched on her face. King Gareth's decree had been absolute. Only one heir, strong and undisputed, would secure the shaky throne. A twin, especially a girl, was a liability, a potential source of division and weakness in a realm constantly teetering on the brink of war. "She must vanish, Alara," Isolde croaked, her voice breaking. "For the kingdom. For Theron." Alara's heart ached, but loyalty and the grim necessity of survival bound her. She knew the secret would be hers to bear, a silent witness to a royal sacrifice, a life spirited away into the harsh anonymity of the outside world, forever hidden from the scrolls of Draken history. Centuries later, the secret of the forgotten twin had become a faint echo within Castle Draken, a half-remembered lullaby whispered by elderly servants or a fleeting image in a scholar's dream. Princess Seraphina, a spirited and intellectually curious young woman, spent her days in the castle's ancient library, far preferring dusty parchments to courtly dances. She often found herself drawn to the forbidden section, rumored to contain chronicles too sensitive for public eyes. One rain-swept afternoon, a loose brick behind a crumbling shelf revealed a hidden compartment. Inside lay a small, lead-bound journal, its pages brittle with age. The script was an archaic form of Draken, painstakingly penned by someone named Alara. Seraphina's heart pounded as she read the opening lines. On the night of Prince Theron's birth, a twin was born. Her breath hitched. The words spoke of a hidden daughter, spirited away, of a sacrifice made for the kingdom's stability. A jumble of emotions surged through her: disbelief, a profound sadness for the lost child, and a dawning suspicion that the glorious history of the Draken dynasty, as taught by her tutors, was built on a foundation of deception. The weight of the untold story settled heavily upon her shoulders. News of Princess Seraphina's discovery reached Lord Cailan, the king's most trusted advisor and the hereditary guardian of the Draken archives. Cailan was a man steeped in tradition, his family having served the crown for generations, each generation passing down hushed warnings about the twins' secret. His ancestors had been charged with ensuring the hidden lineage remained so, a duty that had often felt like a curse. Upon hearing of Seraphina's discovery, Cailan's face, usually impassive, showed a flicker of alarm. He sought out the princess, finding her still in the library, the ancient journal clutched to her chest. His voice, though calm, carried an undeniable authority. "Princess," he began, "some truths are best left undisturbed. For the stability of the kingdom, for the very life of the royal line, this must remain buried." Seraphina looked at him, her eyes burning with a newfound fire. "How can a kingdom built on a lie truly be stable, Lord Cailan?" she challenged. He sighed, the weight of centuries of complicity etched on his features. He knew the cost of revealing such a secret, but he also saw the unyielding resolve in the young princess's eyes. A dangerous path lay ahead for both of them. Undeterred by Lord Cailan's warnings, Princess Seraphina immersed herself further into the journal's cryptic entries. Alara, the midwife, had meticulously documented the twins' departure, noting a distinctive silver locket, engraved with the Draken crest, placed around the infant's neck. It was a faint hope, a thread stretching across centuries, but Seraphina clung to it. She spent weeks secretly sifting through ancient royal inventories and old family portraits, searching for any mention or depiction of such a locket. Her research led her to a rarely viewed portrait of Queen Isolde herself, painted years after Prince Theron's birth. In the painting, a smaller, almost imperceptible locket, identical to Alara's description, lay nestled amongst the jewels on Isolde's gown. But what truly caught Seraphina's eye was the queen's expression, a profound melancholy, a shadow in her eyes that spoke of a hidden sorrow. The locket wasn't just a trinket. It was a silent testament to a heart-wrenching decision, a mother's eternal remembrance of a child she had to relinquish. The weight of this quiet agony resonated deeply with Serafina, solidifying her resolve to uncover the truth of her lost ancestor. Miles from the castle walls, in a rugged, isolated village nestled amongst the Shadow Peak Mountains, lived a healer named Anya. Her hands, calloused and strong, held generations of herbal knowledge. She was known for her quiet demeanor and a peculiar silver locket she always wore, a family heirloom passed down through her maternal line. It bore a faded crest, a dragon coiled around a single star, a design common to the Draken royal house, yet rarely seen outside its direct lineage. One evening, an elderly village elder, her eyes clouded with age, recounted a fragment of local folklore to Anya, a tale of a long-lost Draken princess, spirited away centuries ago, marked by a locket. Anya had always dismissed it as a fanciful story, but a prickle of unease now stirred within her. She'd carried a strange, star-shaped birthmark, barely visible, on her inner forearm since birth, a detail eerily similar to an old family legend. As she listened, Anya unconsciously traced the locket's cold metal against her skin, a vague sense of a deeper, untold history awakening within her. Could the village whispers hold a kernel of truth, intertwining her simple life with a forgotten past? Driven by their individual discoveries, Serafina and Lord Kalen found themselves at an impasse. Serafina believed the truth must be revealed. Kalen insisted on its continued concealment for the kingdom's sake. Unable to sway her, Kalen arranged a clandestine meeting with the royal historian, Master Theron, a distant descendant of the original Prince Theron, a man known for his meticulous, albeit biased, knowledge of Draken history. The meeting took place under the guise of an evening astronomy lesson in the castle's secluded observatory. Kalen laid out the evidence, Alara's journal, Serafina's findings about the locket. Master Theron, a stoic man usually unflappable, paled as he read the midwife's words. The weight of generations of carefully constructed historical narrative began to crumble before his eyes. This changes everything, he whispered, his voice hoarse. Kalen nodded grimly. Indeed, and it must not reach the king. He is already fragile. The kingdom cannot afford such a tremor. Serafina watched them, a silent observer, realizing the profound power of the truth she held, and the dangerous game they were now forced to play to control its ripple effects. With the historical evidence now undeniable, Serafina knew she had to find Anya. Lord Kalen, reluctantly convinced by Serafina's unwavering resolve and Master Theron's support, agreed to help, but only under the strictest secrecy. A small, disguised retinue, led by Kalen, set out for the Shadow Peak Mountains under the cloak of night. The journey was arduous, traversing treacherous mountain passes and dense, untamed forests. Serafina, though unaccustomed to such hardships, pushed herself forward, driven by a profound sense of purpose. Each painful step brought her closer to a relative she'd never known, a history deliberately erased. Kalen, riding beside her, observed the princess with a mixture of apprehension and grudging respect. He knew the path they were on could shatter the kingdom, yet he found himself increasingly compelled by Serafina's moral conviction. As they neared the remote village, the air grew colder, and the castle's distant grandeur faded, replaced by the stark reality of the outside world, where a royal secret had taken root and flourished, unknown to its true home. The small village in Shadow Peak was quiet as Kalen and Serafina entered, their disguise barely concealing their noble bearing. Locating Anya was surprisingly easy. Her unique locket was known throughout the small community. They found her tending to a patient, her hands gentle and skilled. When Serafina approached, a curious tension filled the air. "Anya," Serafina began, her voice carefully modulated, "I believe we share a past." Anya, initially wary of the strangers, felt an inexplicable pull towards the elegant woman. Serafina then produced an ancient, faded drawing of the locket from Alara's journal. Anya's eyes widened, recognition dawning as she instinctively reached for the locket around her own neck. The dragon and star crest, though worn, was identical. Overwhelmed, Anya showed Serafina the faint, star-shaped birthmark on her forearm, a mark mirroring the forgotten half of the Draken crest. The revelation hung heavy in the air, a silent testament to a truth long suppressed. Two worlds, separated by birth and centuries of secrecy, collided in a moment of profound, shared recognition. The truth laid bare. Anya and Seraphina, along with Kaelin and Theron, retreated to a secluded village home to deliberate. Anya listened, a whirlwind of emotions churning within her. Shock, a sense of profound injustice, and a strange, deep connection to the royal lineage she had never known. Seraphina argued passionately for revealing the truth to the kingdom, believing it was the only path to true legitimacy and healing. "How can we build a just future on a foundation of lies?" she implored. Kaelin and Theron, however, presented the stark reality. The kingdom was volatile, factions simmered, and the revelation of a hidden twin and a manipulated succession could plunge Draken into civil war. The current king, Seraphina's father, was frail. Such a shock could kill him. The weight of Draken's stability, its very survival, rested precariously on their decision. Anya, though rightfully angry, saw the sincerity in their fears. She was a healer. Her life's purpose was to prevent suffering. Could she truly risk bloodshed for her own long-lost claim? Or was there another way to reclaim her lineage without shattering the kingdom? In the end, a compromise was forged, a testament to wisdom over vengeance. Anya would not claim the throne, but her existence and the truth of Queen Isolde's sacrifice would be meticulously documented in a new, unsealed chronicle entrusted to the Draken archives. This true history would be guarded by Lord Kaelin's lineage, not as a secret to be buried, but as a truth to be selectively revealed only when the kingdom was strong enough to bear it. Anya, the lost princess, chose to remain a healer in Shadowpeak, dedicating her life to serving the people, but with a newfound dignity and understanding of her past. Seraphina, now truly understanding the complexities of power and truth, returned to Draken, forever changed. She continued to serve the kingdom, her reign eventually marked by a quiet, unwavering commitment to justice and transparency, slowly laying the groundwork for a future where such secrets would not need to be hidden. The Draken dynasty continued, built now not on a lie, but on a difficult truth, slowly nurtured towards the light, an unwritten chapter awaiting the right time to be fully revealed to the world.